Hey guys, so in today's video we're going to show you how to design and build your own emails in your very own automation account. Now the Nevanto automation platform has incredible design options for you to choose from based on what your requirements and needs are for your particular email. Now to find your email campaigns, you scroll to the left hand side and you click on email module. Now here you'll see a list of your email campaigns. Now we've named them as campaigns to distinguish from automation emails. So campaigns can be things like newsletters, one-off emails, scheduled emails, or maybe a product update, mail shot, and things like that you want to send out. So to choose a new campaign, you scroll here to the right hand side and you click on create campaign. Now, this will send you to the first screen of the email setup. Now, for the purpose of this video, we want to show you the email design and the email builder options. So we have a separate video for this email setup screen where we explain all the options and how to use. So if you check out that video, it'll run you through these options. Now, in the next screen, we'll just quickly show you the lists. So these are the lists or the chosen audiences that you want to send your email to. And next we come to the design stage home screen. So here you will see a list of theme templates, which you can see on screen. Now these are default of emails we have built out for you. If you want to choose from any of these for your email preference, you just click on the blue choose button and that will auto-populate into your email builder for you to easily edit. Now you will also see a tab here of My Templates. Now, My Templates option, so if you look up at the top, which again we'll show you in another video, is your email templates. Now, this is an email template repository where you can pre-build some of your own email templates or little snippets within that you might use regularly within your own emails. So these are housed in your email templates where you build those, and then they're subsequently put into your My Templates here so you can work off of those to choose from. Now the next tab here is campaigns. So if you have sent a past email campaign, you'll have access to a history copy of it here in your sent emails piece. So you can again choose from these if you wish to re-edit or recycle to a new email version of the one you sent. Again, it's just another quick way for you to auto-populate an email if it's very similar to keep your emails visually looking similar. Now the next tab is your automation emails. So these are the built emails from your automation sequence that are part of your automation workflows. Now I've already touched on it, but I just want to clarify the difference between email campaigns and your workflow automation emails. Now, an email campaign would be your one-off campaign, as I said, like your newsletter, whereas your automation messages would be a drip-style email messaging system. They both have the very same DNA, but I just want to re-clarify the difference between the email campaigns and the automation messages in your platform account. Now, if you do have an email in your workflow, again, there's a copy here for you to choose from, and you can copy it over and edit and recycle as you wish. So again, you click the choose and it will populate into the email builder. Now the final tab here is the new design tab. Now the basic editor is where you'll have the naked HTML, where you will be able to send a mail with just a text like it's coming from somebody's email inbox. There'll be no design, it'll be just a blank text. Now, or you can also choose, which we are going to do here, the template designer. So this is where you'll have a starting point on a fresh canvas. So now you can see we're actually in the email builder here. So on the left hand side you can see templates. So again, these are all the templates you can choose from that we had seen in the previous screen. Again, just catch one of these, drag and drop it over into your email builder, and then it'll actually auto populate inside there. Now below that we have pre-designed blocks, which have block elements that are pulled from the templates. So what we did was we housed these little different blocks that are part of the templates to make it easy for you. So you can see there's lots of options. There's things like call to action buttons, header intros, so you can see there the different header pieces, top menu pieces, testimonial snippets, team events, pricing, footers. So there's lots of options there you can see. So as an example, we are going to drag a top menu. So we'll pick this piece. So again, you just catch, drag and drop, and it pops over. And we'll also pull over a footer. So I'll just choose a footer here. So again, catch this, drag and drop, pop it there, and there you can see the two. You have your header and footer. Now lastly, we have our design element options. So as you can see here, you're presented with layouts, components, and e-commerce. So now a layout is, you could look at it as a single block, whether it be 1 or 2 or 3 columns, and then within that layout block you can populate that layout block with components and e-commerce pieces. So for example here, I am just going to pull over a double block layout, and I'm going to pop it in between the header and the footer. So there you can see it. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to drop over an image here, because it's a component that will be in the layout block. So I'll catch this image, bring it over here, pop it into that box there inside in the layout box, and I also do the same beside that, so you can see the image on both. So I'm also going to place a text component under each of the images. So because it's a component, it can be housed within the layout block. So you can see that. Sorry, no, that. So you can see now that. Sorry, now. So you can see there now they're all housed within that layout block. So if I forgot a heading for these, I can just again catch heading, pop it above there, and now you can see the heading piece there. So again, it's just very simple, very quick and easy, just drag and drop. Just remember that a layout is a block, and then your components and your e-commerce elements then are housed within that block. So just on the e-commerce piece, these are dynamically changing. You'll have these if you are on our e-commerce package. I'm actually going to do a separate video of the e-commerce elements within an email, because there's quite a bit to it, so I just don't want to convolute this video. So as I said, you can have your different components. So I just want to show you one thing here. I'll just pretend to be bringing over this heading again to this side. Now you can see that we're always looking for this blue feedback. So this tells me where the block is going. So you can see here the arrow down, it's saying drop below. So if I let go of that, the heading text is going to drop there, or again if I drop above, it'll drop above. So you can see there that it pops in there. So you're always looking for that feedback of that, so when you release your mouse, then it'll actually pop into the area that you want. Now it's quite sensitive, so as you build you get to know more of these. Now also I catch another heading. Now I just want you to look at the feedback. It's, if you can see here, it's blue and it's saying drop above, so you know that that is going to be a positive drop. But if you scroll over here, you can see this negative icon. So what that means is when you pop that there, it actually won't drop anywhere, so it's nowhere to be fed in. So just look at that feedback again for when you're dropping that, and it'll tell you then if it's going to appear or not. Now another note you're going to see here is the black outline around the box. So you can see the black outline around this box here. So that tells me now that that is a layout box. So everything that is contained in there are the components within that layout block. So as an example, here it's, you have your own different options within that block. So each block, sorry, has different options, layout block. So you can see here now that we have piece here with all the different options. So if we scroll up to the next block, we'll see here again there's different options for that separate block. So what I'm going to do, just as an example, just to quickly show you what I mean, is I'm going to change the setting color of this block in the background. Now it'll only change the coloring within the components piece, the background. So if you scroll here to this piece in settings and click here, now you'll see here the background, the block background color. So at the moment there's no color. So if you click on the color, and I'm just going to select a light yellow, and I hit then apply, you'll see here the light yellow background has been updated within this block, but it's not updated in the two lower blocks because they're considered separate layout blocks. So you can see the difference there just within the blocks. It's just a good way to show you diversify those. Now another piece within, we'll just click back, within the blocks is we have this move icon. So as you see, you have 3 different blocks here within this email, but if we wanted to move one of these to up, so you just catch the move button, again you look for the blue feedback and you drag and drop. Again, this header, we'll put this back up the top, you catch it, look for the blue feedback, drop above, and there it is, placed there. Now what you could do inside the layout block is actually control the positions of the elements in the same way by clicking on the icon. So if we hover over, let's say, this text here, we just click on this. Now you'll see the little options here of the little components. So again, you can move this, just catch the move, and you could just drop below. Or again, if you wanted to redo this, you could just move and drop above. Now we have a separate video on the options here within a block and a component, so we'll be going through those in more detail, you know, just to give you more of a rundown of the options of those. Now another option here I just want to show you, actually, sorry, on the settings element within a component is if you click this, you'll see this double icon. It's the clone icon. So if you click this, it'll actually clone it here. So it'll actually clone that, and again, you can use your move option here to actually move that. So we'll click that there. So also, sorry, just to delete, you just hover the element, click on the box, on the component box, and just click remove and confirm. So just for this, I'm going to create a CTA on one of these. So again, I go to my components, I'm going to look for a button which is our CTA, and I'm going to drop it below this piece. So again, to clone it, if I wanted to quickly clone it for the next section of that block, is you click clone, it'll populate down here. I use the move button, hover it over here, drop below. As you can see, then it's populated down there. So again, it's just a quick and easy way to, you know, add different options of components and quickly add them and create those. So any of the text in your email can be edited, sorry, as an inline edit. So you can see here, what you can do is we can just go test, test, test. So you can see here, it's very easy to edit. Just on the top here, you can see the different elements that link to your different text. So you highlight those and you can change the font and the size and coloring things. Again, this top bar, we're going to do this go through this in a separate video. So we just wanted to just touch base and just to show you those pieces on the quickly editing of your text. Now there is components within the email builder. Let's say, for example, if we click on the call to action button, and you'll see here on the left hand side, then it'll populate with different options with things like graphics and hyperlinks and the likes that you can edit. So as you can see, we clicked on the CTA button and we're presented with this list of options on the left hand side. For example, like color. So if we click on color and we change that to a red, we'll call it, just for a sec. So you can see here that the color changes. Now we'll just change that back to what it was previously. So again, you can quickly change the coloring. Lots of different options here, so you can kind of discover really what works best for yourself. Now, just one point I just want to draw attention to is this plus sign up here. So if you can click this plus sign, you'll see there's different elements here that give you additional settings like widths and heights and things like that. Now, every element might include their own styling, so you can add elements and then check here on the left hand side, especially just take a note of the plus piece just to check for additional design settings and things like that. So what we can do here, just as an example, just to show you, let's say for example on the CTA button here, we'll just click on the padding. So if we edit this padding, sorry, if we click on the middle piece, yeah, and then you see the padding, you see there it has slightly changed. So again, a lot of it is kind of playing around with the different options just to see what works best for you and what you feel works best for your brand. So again, if we edited this radius button and we said, okay, we'd prefer it more of the circular, you just click then anywhere away from the left hand side. And what you could do is you could quickly clone this just to save you having to populate it out twice. Delete this existing button here on the right hand side, confirm this, and then we use the move icon again and move this over so you can see drop below, and now you can see the two buttons are matching each other visually. So again, it's just an easy way of copying those and just quickly editing those. Now again, we'll just look at the CTA here. So if you click on this, now on the left hand side here we have styling. So if we click on the plus, now the height, the width, sorry, Now, sorry, we'll just click on the text, sorry, of the button. So if you click on the text, now this is where you have options to link, and it's quite simple. So we've clicked on the text piece of the button. So now you're presented here with the link information. So what we can do is we can actually choose from any of these selections. So we can redirect that button if somebody clicks on it to a website URL. It could be an anchor link, so it might redirect to a different position on the page if it's quite a long landing page. We could also link it to a landing page that you may have built within your own platform. Again, booking calendar that you set up in your platform, your automation platform, that'll redirect them to book a calendar. If it was something like a downloadable content piece page, you can just put in your file manager piece, so they'll be redirected to download your PDF or your content, for example. And then finally, we've email address and phone number. So if they click on the CTA button, they'll be prompted to send you an email with the email address pop-up box or phone number to call you. So again, there's lots of options here you can hyperlink. So you've got a lot of different avenues that you can utilize those pieces. Again, I just wanted to show you an example of the different items that you have within the different components on the left hand side, just to draw your attention to it. Now, as I said earlier on, I'll show you now in the design elements, we have some dynamic features. A lot of them here contain the e-commerce, which we will do in another video. But one piece here that is of a dynamic feature is a countdown clock. So if we click this and just pull this over, we just drop it above it. So you see here now, this is a countdown feature that will count down. So if you wanted to have a special offer and a time limit on a piece of product or content or something you were promoting, you can actually include the countdown feature. Now, when we click on the countdown feature, again, here you can see the settings here on the left hand side. So we can just pick, let's say, the end of the month, for instance, for the countdown clock. So if you click end of the month and hit done, and then you have to apply the setting, you'll see then this will change. So what it will do is it will do the countdown to the end of the month. Again, it's just another example here on the left hand side of options that you're going to be able to utilize. And again, if you wanted to clone this, you click clone. There it is, the second one. You click on the box, use your move icon and bring this over to above that item as well. Or again, if you wanted to delete that, you can delete that, and kind of move around and play with it. So what we recommend is really to build out some mock emails to get to know the options and the functionality of the module, because there's quite a bit there. So the more drag and drop and options you bring over, just click on those, look on the left hand side and go through the different additional settings just to get to know different options within it that you can build out your own emails as you see fit of in keeping with your own brand and things like that. So it's really getting used to the stuff and the options, and when you get to know these, you'll be flying with it. There's also quick options that once you build out your email, you'll have templates in your own template repository. You'll also be able to copy emails quickly edit them, so really the email designer builder has lots of options that you can utilize. So we're going to have lots more videos on the email options, so feel free to check those out. And that's the video for today. If you've any other questions or need help with anything else, please submit a help desk ticket and we'd be delighted to help out. Thanks very much for viewing today, and we'll see you in the next training video.